They provide sustainment theater-wide, so, everything from logistics support, supplies, fuel, water, contracting, all the things that it takes to sustain the momentum of the campaign plan. MWR services, which is morale, welfare, and recreation. So, we have a gym staff, and they do things like, coordinating different events, like movie night, and, they have card tournament nights. And let them work and let them play, but don't get them bogged down with doing, some of the stuff that we try to do for them through contracts. I probably spend about 70% of my time with U.S. personnel and about 30% of my time with local nationals. Most of our contracts are through local national companies, if we can, because they have to come through a very detailed search procedure. We x-ray their vehicles, and then we search their vehicles, and then the dogs smell their vehicles, and then we look at their vehicles with mirrors. And then we take the drivers and we run them through as a person, like an airport screener, and we search their pockets, and then we put them back in their vehicle, then we escort them to the spot. It's always fun to talk to them and tell them I'm a police officer back home. I've actually been to the police headquarters and, just looked at their facilities. It's kind of neat as a policeman. Makes you appreciate, the Lexington Road facility that we have out there, that's for sure. Like our 911 center, they don't have anything like that, and they certainly don't have the technology to go along with it. They don't have driver's license processes here, so anybody that has a car can drive, and the rules of the road don't exist. People drive backwards down the road. There are people here that I'm certainly interested in, and and how they've lived their lives, and that's very interesting to me. And I think I'll always remember the people that I deal with, like this guy, Colonel Nassim. He's just a neat guy, and he's been here for 25 years. He's been here under the Russian rule. He's been here under the Taliban rule. He's been here under the new government here. So it's kind of neat. I wanted to do something to interact with the kids, and so I asked them if they would arm wrestle, and they didn't know what I was talking about. And so I showed him, I put his elbow down on the table, and I put my elbow down on the table, and when I just started pushing on his hand, he naturally pushed back. I fooled around with him for 20 or 30 seconds, and I kind of let him take me down and win, and it was pretty funny just to see the excitement on his face. I think the community-oriented policing, that was all about problem solving and getting to identifying the root cause of the problem, and then finding a solution for that root cause. And I think that's just now inherent in how I look at problems and how I develop relationships and partnerships. So it didn't take long here to validate that you've got to have friends in the right places to accomplish your goals and your missions here. I didn't even realize the two are connected, but they are. I mean, the methodology works here. When my rotation here ends, I'll come back to the States, and I'll have transition leave that'll take me probably towards the end of this year. And then I'll drill, like a reservist drills. I'll drill for all of 2013, and during that time I'll be out processing, going through the retirement process, medical, physical, all that kind of stuff. And I'll be working at the state headquarters for the Georgia Army National Guard. From a personal standpoint, I'm looking forward to hunting season and college football season at home. My son, he runs cross country at Oconee High School, which he just started last week. He's a 9th grader. And my daughter is a cheerleader at Oconee County Middle School. And so I'm looking forward to seeing her cheer, and I'm looking forward to seeing him compete. I lost my my grandmother. I lost her while I was over here, and so I also lost an uncle down in South Florida. So I have some families that I know need to go, mourn and celebrate their lives when I get home. So those are some of the things that, while you're here, you kind of put them on the back burner. But certainly you can put them on hold, but you can't not address the loss of family members while you're gone.